Good evening, everyone. It is God damn, man, this is such fucking bad timing. Oh, welcome. How y'all doing tonight? It's a nice Sunday evening. It's a little later than I thought it was going to be when I started, but here we are. I have some things that I have, some things I found on the internet that I want to watch with you guys. Before we do that, I do have I believe in supporting local business, and as I am a local business, go local economy, you know what I'm saying? So in the spirit of supporting entrepreneurial businesses or endeavors in our area, I have for you tonight this is Black Magic. She's got a shop in Occoquan, Virginia. That's right, y'all. They do, let's see, the front says smoothies, healing herbs, lotions and potions, organic teas. See, on the back it says all natural smoothies, healing herbs, shea butter products, CBD products, sage, Palo Santo smudge, homemade candles, essential oils, sea moss, incense, and jewelry. Her address, 303 Commerce Street, Occoquan, Virginia, 22125. So here is the, if you can get that, I don't know, my camera's not all, anyway, here's a bigger one anyway. I have, and they also, do eyelash extensions, professional they do eyelash extensions, professional, come on, professional teeth whitening, there we go, skincare, permanent makeup, ombre brows, micro shading, freckles, beauty marks, hairline shading, dark lip correction, permanent lip color, waxing, tooth gems, and petite tattoos. This one is much easier to see, and yeah, you can leave it up there. So you can get that if you want to support local businesses. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. With that taken care of, we can get to the main part of the show. Such as it is. So let's put some music on as we observe tradition. Once again, this is Total Eclipse. He has really good music, nice chill stuff that you can listen to while you're studying, while you're working, while you're gaming, while you're just cleaning your room or doing laundry. It's really good stuff. He provides it royalty free so that you can use it in your videos or your streams, as I do. Go check them out. Yeah, it's a good. Crock pots are awesome, man. Yep. My ass was in bed. Well, you know, I was up till like 4:30 in the morning, so my ass didn't get out of bed till like 2:30 this afternoon. I mean, I forced it a little bit, but Yeah, at some point you got to get up and use the bathroom. So there it is. Everybody say hi, Mr. Gnome. Hi, buddy. I'm a good boy. You feel better? Yeah, you got your food. Yeah, I'm sure your sister will come in here and clean up what you didn't get. She doesn't have as big of an appetite as he does, but she will take care of it. And Fat Boy, he's got his own. He's good. He's fed. I say Fat Boy out of love, but he is chunky as fuck. He's at least 25, 30 pounds. Nah, maybe not that heavy. Maybe like 15, 20 pounds. He's still pretty chunky though. But he is of the Panther line type kitty. So even though he's chunky, like when he wants to, he can move just fine. He would just prefer not to. I understand that. An object at rest wishes to stay at rest. Hope you all had a good day. Mine was very relaxing and non-stressful for the most. Yeah, no, non-stressful and nice and relaxing today. Bobby made bean soup. That shit is fucking ridiculously good. Get another bowl later. I'm gonna put some greens. That was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was first dab of the show. I hope everyone is happy, healthy, and safe. Felt good not to have to fucking leave the house today. So, because I am primarily a video game channel, we have mostly video game related content tonight. We are going to look at some new atmospheric games in the Unreal Engine 5 coming out this year. These are by Lenfan't Terrible. We've looked at his content before. Thank you very much, good sir, for your contributions. We highly appreciate it. Like and subscribe on his channel, please. We're going to look at the Maxtac SWAT. I guess they're the SWAT team of Cyberpunk. or for Night City. And then we're going to look at some lore for Warhammer 40k. And then we're going to look at some gameplay from the War of the Worlds. It looks pretty good. And although I like MMOs, we've long since really dropped the last part, but I like them, but like really, for the most part, I'm a single player person, but I like multiplayer or co-op playability, and more so just to have the option of doing multiplayer or PvP or anything like that. I've always been a solo player. Like even when I'm in a guild or something like that, I'm primarily a solo player. In PvP modes, especially in the MMO space, like WoW style or Rift style or whatever, where you've got the buttons on the screen and everything. You have the hotbar. I tend to be like, I'm a team player when it comes to PvP. If there's an objective, and especially if I can help with the objective, I will. Like, you know, if I can run capture the flag, like when no one's looking, then I will. Especially when you play like a hunter or something like that, where you have the advantage of having speed boosting capabilities. You know, like you've got what was it, Eyes of the Cheetah or something like that for hunters, where they could like just like book it, and then druids had their animal form and they can just book it. But we've got to be stealthy and fucking opportunistic about it, because we die quick. Unless you're a druid, and those guys are tanky. But if you're like a hunter or whatever, you got to be quick about it. Run, motherfucker, run! Yeah, but if you can make it back, like, that is a sweet victory. But often I am engaged in harassment tactics towards the enemy, since I primarily like, that's what I played in MMOs. Is like I would be the hunter class, or the long range bow class, or gun class. Like, you know, like I'm a martial character, definitely, and I like magic. Don't get me wrong, but I'm primarily a martial player. I like the weapons, but I will be engaged in the harassment tactics of, you know, while my tankier brethren are actually fucking like waging the full-scale wars and doing the flag running. Like, I'll be harassing and swarming the enemy, you know, making them focus their resources on me instead of their primary target, and also assisting in battle. And I am one of those motherfuckers. Like, I will, I function like a street sweeper. I will go for targets that are low health, to clear them from the field, so that, you know, my team can, you know, make their push. And as soon as like all the trash is off the field, I can concentrate on the heavier mobs that are, whether they're NPC or players, that were wrecking damage while their other players were on the battlefield. So now that all the trash is gone and the low health mobs are gone, I can start fucking focus firing on you know, the bigger targets while my team goes for the objective, and I'll stand my ground until I die. You know what I'm saying? Like the hill of corpses and motherfucking like. You know, like I'm here until I die, motherfuckers. Come get me. You know, like got my buff stacked as I'm fucking taking people out, and fucking attack power goes up every time I get a kill. So, like and all of a sudden you get fucking like crashed in from the back by a rogue or a fucking like a tank or something like that. Just like absolutely like get out of here, fly. You're like, okay, yeah, back to the graveyard. Start all over again. But that was, and it was useful because I knew what my role was. Like I knew what I was supposed to do and how effective I could be by taking agency and not necessarily throwing myself at the mob objective. You know, like where all my team is going. I'm like, okay, so like all their attention mostly is focused on that, other than like the people like myself that are fucking going this way, and you have the people from the other team like, yeah, we know the motherfuckers are coming from the other side too. There are other objectives, so yeah, I'm just, if you're gonna be in PvP and yeah, the object is to get a high body count, that is, as a player, as a competitor, as somebody on the leaderboards. I've been up near the top on Rift leaderboards before, but if you're in PvP, you're there to help your team win, not just to get kills. And if you want your team to actually win, if you want this to be worth your time, then you've got to actually act in the best interest of your team as well as your own needs. Because you can do that. You can do both. But yeah. So all that garbage being said, not garbage, but it was rant a little bit about PvP. I miss good PvP. And I am kind of like a excuse me, my dad, I'm still a little bit irritated. I don't care about Call of Duty. I don't care about Fortnite. I don't care about any of those. Like, they never caught me. Like, still looking for that. Alright, so let's just jump right into it, and this is new atmospheric games in Unreal Engine 5 coming out in 2023. Okay. Ooh, very atmospheric. Atmospheric. Alrighty. That escalated quickly. Oh, that's a giant. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pine Harbor. Okay. New York, 1998.
Somebody's life is about taking their souls. Money for blood. That's peculiar, brother. Sometimes I kill for money. Sometimes I kill for justice. Your next target, Johnny the Wireman, wanted alive. Big dope. Last thing
Very much like what's it called? Blade Runner.
Bloody outing is a hell of a business. Who are you? I am Executor.
I want to make you an offer, which I'm sure you won't refuse.
Okay.
Be careful. I think something is off here.
Just how many people are in Solace?
The system lists 6.
There's an incident here.
An incident? What kind of incident?
I don't know.
Well, what the hell is going on there?
Someone was down there with me. I'm heading back up to the surface level now.
You need to get out of there now!
I'm still in there!
Jack! Answer me!
Fort Solace. Okay. Okay. This looks cool. Ludo, okay.
Can you hear me? I hope this reaches you. This city is falling apart. Chaos, madness, death. And there might be more going on. But you can change that. It depends on the choice you make. Truth. Or lie.
Okay.
Too much of you. But I don't have a choice. Only you can do this. Please, help me.
Looks pretty cool. I like the steampunk
Finally, we meet, son. The stage is set.
The light shines brightest in the darkest of times.
I like the aesthetics of this.
Alright, buddy, I'm here for you. Don't worry.
Everybody's got a talking fucking something on their hip now.
Don't give up.
Keep going.
You can leave if you want.
Protect.
Fulfill. Your destiny.
Liza P. That's yeah, I'm immature. It's still funny though. Reminds me of Silent PT a little bit. Really good photorealistic graphics there. Alrighty. I mean, it's nice combat, I guess. It's all in bullet time right now, but it looks cool. I've got no context for it though. Like, what is this? What am I seeing? Neo Berlin. Okay.
I'm sorry, Nolan.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yes, sir?
I'm all right. And I'm almost there.
Perhaps it's the last moment to go back.
And do what? As far as I remember, we've run out of options here.
It's just, if I were you...
With all due respect, Astrogator, it is me being stuck on the surface. So if you let me, I'll take my chances, and I will find the man. That view.
That is
Made the climb
cool.
worth already.
So you're on top.
Yes.
Activity within radius?
I heard no beeps, and I see no dots.
Hey, Josh, when that popcorn's off, just put the thing in the fridge. I made room for it, okay?
See, okay.
Because it'll spoil.
Yep.
Very well. Now keep your distance and be careful.
It's too late.
What? I can't hear you.
It's too late.
Yasna, what is it? Why is it too late? Yasna, speak to me.
He's looking for this. He's...
What have you done?
The Invincible. That looks cool.
Между аномалией и маслиной.
Yes.
Пулю выберу.
Stalker 2. I think this is Stalker 2. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Вот ты говоришь, а я прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалась уже, а каждый день удивляет.
Зона надоесть не может.
I really want to play this game.
Узнаешь его тихо. Слышал? Вот это культура! А ты одно и то же по кругу лобаешь.
Сам же просишь. У меня в училище, если что.
О, месье, прошу прощения. Может, вам к ученым? Профессура. Они вам лабораторию найдут.
Yeah.
Да пошел ты. Заебали так с друзьями. Ты же его на вылазки таскаешь.
Чего-чего, а дружбы в зоне я точно не встречал.
Это верно.
Он мучился?
Нет.
Это хорошо. Он этого не заслужил.
А пулю заслужил. Жаль, что ты так с ним поступил.
Мне тоже. Считаешь, я не думал, как обойтись без его смерти? Она не могла быть свободна, пока он жил. Зато теперь посмотри на нее. Нет, Скиф, я не отдам ее никому. Зона дала мне жизнь, новую жизнь. Жизнь, которую я готов вернуть, если потребуется. Я буду защищать ее. Всегда.
Wow. I'm so ready.
Охренеть. Похоже, пора.
И куда ты теперь?
В Припять. Нужно с ним поговорить. Удачной охоты, сталкер.
Hell yeah, I cannot wait. Coming up in 5 days, like a little over a week, or maybe a little under a week. Silent Hill.
Really be here, waiting for me. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
I'll play this, probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I know what you are. I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready. Mary?
Yes, sir. I'm down. Hey, Pyramid Head. Long time no see.
My very first memory is that of hitting a piano key.
So I remember playing Silent Hill 2 for the first time on whatever, was it PlayStation 2, one of the two. That game scared the hell out of me. I mean, I played the first one. And that was great, but the second one scared the hell out of me. But it was a great game. I am super ready for it. This team, Slooper, Sluter, Sluicer, whatever, they're very busy.
Pure joy at the immediate response to my action. And then a surge of power as I realized that the piano would do what I wanted it to. What is left of it now?
Now I see it.
I will never be like one of his paintings. But I can make the paintings be like me. Scarred, broken, hidden from the world, imprisoned in this house.
I know what must be done.
I want out.
Oh, shit. Layers of fear. Oh, shit. Hmm? Hey, it's one of my brothers. We gnomes, man. We get everywhere. Definitely different region though. We don't wear the pointy hats anymore. Looks pretty cool. Wow. Bramble, okay. Yeah. You've seen the trailer for this one before, I think. Rest in peace, humans. Oh, wow. I might have to get this game. Yeah.
Hi.
The rats seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy. But that power faded long ago. Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. You must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now. This land can be healed, but you cannot stay here, Spirit. You must move on.
There's only 2 people that joined tonight, Josh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't. I'll give you the option here, but I'm not going to leave you hanging like that.
The path of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
It's not ready yet. I'm going to eat some Arby too, but I made some fucking pistachio pudding, Josh.
Cool.
Still sick. I'm coming in, but I'm going to be late.
Oh, this looks cool. I think I've seen the trailer for this before too. Wow. So, a robot? Or why is he beating the shit out of him like that too? Hey, it's creepy snake eyes. So it's a Souls-like game. The problem with these Unreal Engine games is it's that we see these. I mean, we've seen these assets, a lot of these assets before in different games that have. I don't know. It looks nice.
The dogs up here fear the wolves from below.
I trusted you. Don't let me down.
Traitors everywhere.
We all have our role to play. You play yours. We'll see about mine.
That's nice. I mean, it looks good. That looks cool. That's fucking creepy. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, you know, I kind of dig it. Yeah, Bleak Faith, Forsaken. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. All right. Yep. So this next one is Wisefish. It is it's about Maxtac, and it's about 20 minutes. Yeah.
It's no secret that Night City is a dangerous place run by different gangs in their respective regions, corrupt politicians as well as criminals in all shapes and sizes. Wherever you go in this beautiful neon city, you will most likely bump into someone who wants what you have, hates your ideals, or wants...
Just want to say that when I saw the trailers for Cyberpunk early on, before the game ever released, and there was like the whole scene where the chick with the mantis blades is you know, like in the middle of the street, and the Maxtac show up and everything, I really thought that Maxtac was going to be more involved in the game. I mean, they did have a sort of there was a mission that you kind of interacted with Maxtac, and you find out what happened to that chick with the mantis blades later. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought that was going to be more involved.
The kill you outright, but some just wanting to do it for fun. For the most part, the NCPD will step in and fight off all the criminals they can. However, due to how strong and influential the gangs are within this city, a lot of the time, the NCPD just don't want to bother and will let crimes go unpunished, fueling the gang wars even further. However, if you were to say make yourself incredibly powerful with cybernetics back against people, regardless of who they are, you will be face to face with some of the most deadly crime fighters the country has probably ever seen. Tasked with taking out some of the most deadly criminals out there,
I mean,
maximum force
I think, like, you know, if you start going after cops and everything like that, and you get your wanted level up, like in Grand Theft, you can get the Maxtac called on you, and you can encounter them out in the open world. Like, they're all over the place. But I thought they were going to be more part of the game. It's just...
division will always answer the call and will be the one thing criminals living within Night City. But what is this tactical division? Why were they set up? What makes them so deadly? And what are some of the individual stories from their division? Well, in today's video, we will be exploring all of those questions and exploring this extreme crime fighting group. This is the story behind Night City's deadly Maximum Force Tactical Division, also known as Maxtac from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, these guys are barely controllable fucking ex-psychos. Ex-cyber-psychos, excuse me. When I did my playthrough, I did not kill any of the cyber-psychos. All of my weaponry had the non-lethal kill option on, so that I could take people in. I did double tap on the fucking nasty ones, though. If you have MDKs or like human trafficking or anything like that, and especially if you had a big bounty, oh yeah, I fucking murked the shit out of them.
For the world, and things started to get into a bit of a better situation after the panic was over from what they thought was going to happen during Y2K. A lot of America and the rest of the world started embracing the new technology of cybernetics. These came in many forms, from weaponry, visual implants, and body features. For a time, people were loving this, as it allowed them to display their wealth on their body, but also experiment on what it was like to become more than just a regular human. However, cybernetics was a pretty unforgiving process for many, as they would experience glitches in their system, would not recover from the surgery they had undergone, and some would seek black market fixes to do their implants that were not at a high standard, causing many a lot of pain.
Yeah, there'd be some shoddy motherfucking shit going on in Night City, man.
About a new wave of a diagnosis labeled as cyberpsychosis, where most who got it would go mad, get aggressive, and start using their implants like mantis blades or gorilla fists to start killing everyone around them. With such a rise in cases over the years, the state started coming up with new ideas to tackle it, introducing things such as state-sponsored therapy, which was all well and fine. However, trying to convince these cyberpsychos to actually see a psychologist was a whole new problem, and would more likely than not drive them even more mad. This made the government realize that there was only one option for taking on these incredibly dangerous individuals housing some of the most advanced weaponry out there, and that was by assembling a special task force of professional police to hunt down these individuals and capture them, or more often than not, kill them outright. For most of America, these task forces went under different names, such as C-SWAT, Psych Division, and Cyber Enforcement.
Yeah, Jingui, it's a clothing shop in, I think, the expensive part of town. But when you go in there, like, you'll like get a quest from the guy, from the shop guy, and you'll go through some stuff, and yeah.
Best armor, commo equipment, and vehicles the government could get their hands on. These included the latest AV-9 transport vehicles and gunships, full meta gear armor, and some of the latest Militech weapons such as the Crusher shotgun. But due to the nature of their work, these officers were not people you could have a conversation with most of the common urban police departments stating that you would not acknowledge them if you were near them, as they were really not nice people. The C-SWAT were the ones who set up in Night City before they were to be officially named as Maxtac, with even now in 2077 people still going on to call them C-SWAT in everyday conversations, making it seem like the branding to Maxtac was a new thing and maybe a result of the Unification War, where Night City became its own independent city. But on top of that, its whole definition became known as the Cyborg Suppression Unit. Now fully set up within Night City in 2010, Maxtac will go around capturing and killing any and all thought to be showing signs of psychosis, with pretty much 100% success rate. Their units would go on to be known as SPAR teams, which would stand for Special Purpose Assault Rescue, and they would be the bottom line in combat police officers. Training for these troops would be the highest anyone had ever seen, utilizing every bit of money the governments could find to make sure the streets were clean from the cyber psycho threats, with pretty much all of their troops being forced to have cyber augmentations as part of their service. The reason for this was so they could actually deal with the cyber psychos. If they could not match their speed, weaponry, and physicality, they would never win regardless of how much training they had. They had to have the same equipment as them to make sure every mission they went on was a complete success. As the years went on and the Fourth Corporate War came to an end in 2045, the only remnants of the Night City Police Department were Maxtac members, led by Max Hammerman, who would try and maintain control over all cyber psychos and their triggers within Night City. By this point in 2045, Maxtac was still doing what they had always been doing within the 2020s, dealing with the criminals and clearing up their mess. However, due to how horrific the losses had been within the Fourth Corporate War, Maxtac had turned into a fully independent organization that would follow the philosophy.
I keep talking to the camera like it's down here instead of being up here now.
Maintain law and order and protect the innocents at all costs. Despite that, a lot within the ranks had different ideas about what they wanted from this organization, and because of them now being fully independent, they can make sure cyber psychos were dealt with whatever way they saw fit. But this brought about one of their darker sides. Despite looking like they would go on to kill all cyber psychos due to the nature of their crimes, Maxtac early on and still to this date would go on to capture many of these cyber psychos and take them back to their own facilities. Here they would fully rehabilitate them, and once they showed signs that they were finally over their psychosis, they would be fully trained and brought into the Maxtac ranks to then fight against other cyber psychos, making sure that Maxtac was always filled with some of the deadliest warriors who already had the cybernetics and the lack of empathy to make them perfect for the role. This was shown with one individual known as Melissa Rory. Melissa, around the year of 2069, would be extremely amazed by the power of the Higurashi 2013 Mantis blades, believing them to be of the highest quality in cybernetics. Because of this, she would go on to get them fully implanted in herself. However, little did she know that there was a major flaw with this brand. When she and many others got them installed, the Mantis blades poorly interface with the neural processor and a certain section of the prefrontal cortex. For this reason, the Higurashi 2013 line was fully discontinued in that same year. But for Melissa, this was too late. She had now got the Mantis blades put on her body, and the flaw started rearing its ugly head. This all came to a head on the 10th of January 2077, where Melissa was fully driven mad by these implants and started suffering a lot from psychosis, killing 14 innocent people with the blades because of it. Hearing word of this, Maxtac was straight onto the scene and apprehended the cyber psycho. However, Melissa became one of the rare cases where Maxtac would not kill her where she lay. Instead, she was forced to join the ranks and hunt down other cyber psychos.
Yeah, this is the trailer from the release trailer.
To remind her of what she had done back on that cold, rainy day.
Maybe not the release trailer, but it was the one before the game came out.
Fully rehabilitated, Melissa is a proud member of Maxtac and actually rose to the ranks of lieutenant within the task force, making her a senior rank within the whole organization. Despite saying she's fully rehabilitated and has clearly shown that she wants to grow as a member of Maxtac doing good for Night City, it's quite evident that something is still a bit wrong with Melissa after she meets with the merc of V. After killing the cyber psycho within the luxury clothing shop of Jinguji, Melissa would go to ask V if they liked it when the cyber psycho was killed, making it clear that Melissa loved taking the life from others, quoting,
"You feel that back there? Feel his life leave his body? You felt him die. Did you like it? That split second when the blood still flows, but his light's gone out? Oh, we're not so different, you and I. Saw that look on your face right after. You can't hide it. Join us. Could use a few more like you."
Maxtac clearly has given her an outlet for her bloodlust. The people of Night City having bloodlust killers within their police force might not be the most encouraging thing for many people. This is even mentioned within the data shard titled The Psychos of Maxtac, which would go on to read, "If a psychotic killer is prowling the streets, they're supposed to defend us. If your average Joe Blow goes ballistic in his cubicle, they're supposed to bag him and drop him off at the psych unit. They're supposed to make us feel safe in a world of madness. But be honest with yourself.
I do
Have
need
you
to get a
ever
red
felt
light.
safe in the presence of Maxtac? What the mainstream media won't tell you is that 90% of Maxtac interventions end in the killing of the cyber psycho. And if you confront anyone about it, the official word is they only take life when absolutely necessary. But don't buy into their bullshit. For them, the kill is a must to keep bystanders happy with a display of bloodstained justice. And if a few civilians die, tough. They'd say it's just a necessary evil for the greater good. Only, who's good exactly? I witnessed one of these interventions firsthand. The cyber psycho stormed into a mall, armed to the teeth, and shot 7 people before slipping into a detached state of calm, mumbling God knows what to himself. Maxtac arrived after a few minutes and immediately opened fire. The gunfire jolted the psycho back into a frenzy. By the time Maxtac secured the area, 25 people had died. What a heroic success, huh? You waiting for a bottom line? Here it is. All Maxtac members used to be cyber psychos themselves. Every single one. The same people who butchered innocents on the streets just a month, a week, a day earlier are now our knights in shining armor. Is it any surprise nearly each of their interventions ends in an unavoidable massacre? Just some funny coincidence? You tell me. With that said, however, many of their members do believe what they're doing is for the best, with some records stating that not all of the members from Maxtac are cyber psychos who have been put into this squad and used to take out the threat and to satisfy their bloodlust. This is shown within the book named The Maxtac Way by Matthias Maddox, the commander of the 34th Precinct Cyber Psycho Squad in Night City. It would go on to show that members of Maxtac do show human emotions, and they aren't a completely blank canvas. There are things that scare them that come down to the nature of their work. In this book, Matthias would quote, "At a book signing in Hayward, I was asked a question I had never heard before. Is there anything that keeps me awake at night? After a moment's reflection, I realized the answer was yes. Perhaps most surprisingly, however, it was not nightmares of eviscerating cyber psycho victims, nor the shrieks and cries of my squad mates as they burned alive. Cruel as it may sound, I grew used to that. It was just part of the job. No, what caused my heart to pound as I lie in bed at night is the thought that one day I too could succumb to cyber psychosis. The amount of cyberware I had incorporated into my body is substantial, far more than most. I tried to drown the human parts of me that fear, that doubt. I am aware just how fragile my humanity is, that piece of myself deep within that makes me who I am. One poorly clipped neuron, one hormonal overdose, and that piece may disappear forever, leaving behind an automaton with only one desire, to kill. In truth, I forced my mind to race so I would not have to confront these thoughts. Today I struggle with these demons, but I have asked my wife to keep a loaded pistol in her bedside table. If I began to scream or rant incoherently in the middle of the night, I instructed her to empty the entire clip between my eyes. At first she objected, but our love is strong. It is thanks to my loving wife's promise that I have never slept as soundly as I do now. Regardless of what people think of Maxtac, it's quite evident that every trooper has their own story to tell. Most of them, if not arguably all of them, were once cyber.
It would be cool that as you bring down cyber psychos and you don't kill them, they gradually all make their way into the game as Maxtac officers, like on the street or like out doing their thing or whatever. That would be cool.
Psychos who have been rehabilitated, but I think it's safe to say that some are just regular troops from the NCPD who have undergone lots of surgery to enhance themselves on their missions, and now because of it, they fear becoming the very people they hunt on a regular basis. Despite what people think of them, the work they do does keep the streets clean. However,
apparently that one has got zombies or in it or something very bad happened to it. And I believe it's a reference to a couple of different things.
rise in cyber psychos never seems to slow down, and who knows who the next person will be that suddenly turns on the people around them. This was shown within the year of 1976 when a former lieutenant colonel of the NUSA military, James Norris, had his multiple cybernetics malfunction on him and turned him completely cyber psycho. James, because of his military past, would go on to house some of the most deadly cybernetics you could ever see, such as a heavy-duty neural processor, a power jaw, a mantis blade on his right arm, a projectile launch system on his left arm, a knee blade on his right leg, body plating on his torso and right shoulder, subdermal armor, military-grade Sandevistan that was able to slow time around him, making him move around his enemies and take them out without them even knowing, and military-grade self-ice, allowing him to be safe from anyone trying to hack into his system, or so he thought anyway. After killing a police officer who was simply sitting in his car, James would take out all of the police in the area within a matter of seconds, showing that they were simply no match for all of his cyberware. It was evident that this was a job for Maxtac, as James continued to kill all of the police around him, totaling 27 officer deaths. As Maxtac arrived, they would almost instantaneously paralyze James, breaking through his ice with a quick hack, and after resisting his gunfire thanks to their incredible resilient armor, would kill James by shooting him in the head with the officer's M179 Achilles. James's whole battle with the police would be recorded, however, thanks to his military-grade cybernetics, allowing it to be turned into a brain dance that would be edited by Jimmy Kurosaki, a well-known BD who would prepare it for distribution, with James's cybernetics, more specifically Sandevistan, being recovered by the emergency medical technician that found the body, Gloria Martinez. By the year of 2077, James's BD would go on to be found within a trash can in Night City. Being found by V, the message inside would be very different and not about James at all. Instead, it was a simple warning for anyone that found it, and that was to not end up like David Martinez, prompting V to go and inquire about what had happened and the whereabouts of David now. To this day in 2077, Maxtac are still out there. However, due to the sheer volume of cyber psychos on the streets, as well as the many armed individuals shooting up the place,
remember that guy.
They are reliant on other mercs to try and deal with them, only getting involved when no other options are left. What the future holds for these terrifying individuals is unknown. Maybe they will serve a bigger role in the future of Night City, and maybe they will team up together with V again to help them on their missions. Or maybe they will turn on V, believing them to be a cyber psycho themselves. Who knows? But there's no denying that whatever the future holds for America and Night City, the Maxtac squads will always be there, as they are the most powerful individuals ever seen, able to take out some of the most modified psychos in a matter of seconds. Maybe one day the recruitment of all cyber psychos into their ranks will backfire, however, and a civil war or an outbreak of Maxtac rogues will begin. And if it did happen, it would be a terrifying moment for all who lived close to it.
Yeah.
Cyber psycho in
it was a whirlwind of blood.
Probably bring about the end of times. But regardless, whatever happens within the future, Maxtac should play a big role in it and should be at the front and center. But for now, this has been the story behind Cyberpunk's deadly cyborg suppression unit, known as Maxtac.
Thank you very much. That was very interesting.
I want to thank you all for watching this video, and do let me know in the comments what you thought of Maxtac and what you'd like to see from them in the future. Hopefully we finally get some stories from them that aren't within Easter egg quests, because things like Edge Runners and the original trailer showed how amazing these troopers can be, and I'd love to see that in the games personally. But anyways, thanks for watching, and a massive thank you to my patrons and channel members for allowing me to make these on a regular basis, including my small fish, my big fishes Christopher, Arto Krem, Anthony, Greg, and Last Persona User, my YouTube channel ones Fiery Italian, Sith Lord 906, Ico the Wolf, and Video Game Player 75, my sharks, Wow Such...
Okay. So this one's a short one. This is, well, I'll let him tell you. This is Chapter Master Valrak. I'm surprised I'm not subscribed to him already. I watch a lot of his stuff. There we go. Fix that. The Emperor's big secret.
Well. Guess who's back, baby? Now I hope you're sitting down for this. If you thought the lion returning was madness, I have stumbled upon the inner plan of the Emperor himself.
Really now?
Before we go down this rabbit hole, I have to warn you that this video contains spoilers that will shake the very foundations of Warhammer 40,000 lore. Now, if you've not read the latest Cypher book by John, if I'm not mistaken, if you've not read the latest...
1 second, I'll be right back.
Hey, Dad. No, I'm getting ready to go. I'm ready to jump in the shower real fast and take a quick shower, and then I'm going to... Danny got me some people there. So, I mean, it's going to be boring as shit because there's really not shit to put away. A long, boring night. I can, when I get to work, I'll give you a call. Because I'm at plenty of fucking free time. It's gonna be boring as shit. I'm gonna need you.
The Lion, Son of the Forest by Mike Brooks. You need to leave the video right now. Or if you care about being spoiled, just go, leave, and never come back. For those of you who want to stay, strap yourself in, because we are going in that hole deeper and dankier than ever before. Now, most of you will probably come to the same conclusion that we've been fed all this time, is that the Emperor is trapped upon the Golden Throne. If only the Emperor could come back, he could save us all. But you've all been lied to. You've been lied for thousands upon thousands of years, because this is all part of the Emperor's plan. The Emperor, being on the Golden Throne, is actually winning the war against chaos. He's building his power like he hasn't ever had before, and killing him, unleashing him, as we theorize that we want to see, you know, the Emperor is a perpetual, he could come back, he could save us all, would be what chaos wants. And chaos is actively trying to have this plan done.
They want the Emperor killed on the Golden Throne so they can finally take Terra and they can finally conquer the Imperium. Now just wait, before you call the Inquisition, I bring to you evidence in this trial of lies, the trial of the Emperor himself. And this is all coming from some of the latest books that are gathering this evidence, pointing that the Emperor does not want to be removed. Well, doesn't want to be removed just yet, until his power is at the ultimate levels, and then bring him back and he can do all the Emperor magic. Now, Exhibit A in the case is the new book called The Lion, Son of the Forest by Mike Brooks. I've gone over a bit of this book before, so if this seems familiar, then, you know, you'll understand, but there's more to this now I need to talk about. So we open up with the lion who's kind of in a dream. He's in his dream state, his forest walk state, let's call it that. And when he's stumbling through the forest, he sees a stream. In that stream, he sees a boat. On the boat, there is a elderly, fatigued, dying figure. There's blood coming from him, dripping in the water, and he's got his rod out and he's fishing. Right, the lion goes into the water and he's like, "Hey, what's your name? Who is this? Where am I?" Because the lion at this point is like lost all his memory and stuff. He notices like there's some shadows circling the boat. The shadows then see the lion come into the water and they go for him. Lucky enough for the lion, there's a watcher there. The watcher warns him and he pulls him back to the shore. It basically symbolizes the Emperor. That figure in the boat is the Emperor, and it's the forces of chaos. Maybe it's the Great Four themselves circling the Emperor, waiting to feast upon him. Now, the lion asks the watcher who saved him on the bank, why is this figure not
Sometimes bean soup is life.
my questions? And the watcher basically turns to the lion and says, "You're not asking the right question." And then we get another scene with the lion and this kingly figure in a dream. This is skipping forward in the book. There's a lot of things that happen in between this, but basically they meet again in this hall. The lion starts to ask a bunch of questions. One of the questions he asks this Emperor type figure, right, is, "How may you be healed?" And this time he looks at the lion and the lion gets like a sense of warning, like he's asked a right question, but it's also the wrong question, because the Emperor does not want to be healed at this time. This is what we all want. This is probably what his sons may try and do in the setting right now. They may try and heal the Emperor, and this is the wrong thing to do. With the power of faith and what's going on in the galaxy, this is literally empowering the Emperor to, I personally think, levels above chaos itself. This is now the only way to banish and fight this evil power. Now, if you're still calling me a maniac, I bring to you Exhibit B. There's too many damn stories around this damn Emperor. Actually, I should call it damn Emperor. Please forgive me, the Emperor. It don't say the Inquisition. There's too many stories, there's too many theories, there's too many things that are all making sense. Now, the new Cypher book ends in an amazing and mysterious way. Again, I've done a video dedicated to that, you know, Cypher and stuff, and that's a full video, but I'm just going to break down the main thing. Basically, Cypher is on his way to the throne room to kill the Emperor, to stab the Emperor with his sword. Now, one of the custodians that was there that basically died is given new life. No one knows how. Of course we know how. It's the goddamn Emperor who has done that. He sees like a vision, a dream and stuff, and like everything, and he basically has a message for Cypher. And Cypher believes this message and he doesn't go with the plan. It's basically not yet. It's like, wait, not yet. Don't do it yet. Like, there's a time and place for this, but it's not now. And Cypher's like, okay then. Right. That's me. And then Cypher stays into the shadow and we just don't see him again. And that's where the book ends. So there's something, there's an underlying plot here, okay? There's an underlying plot to the Emperor, to Terra, to the Imperium, and let's not even add the Golden King into this. Okay, so I've got the golden king, the yellow king, he may be golden, who bloody knows where everyone's going. My foil's coming off, right? There's so many underlying plots. Dan Abnett himself said that the third book, Pandemonium, he's working on, is going to change. Like, it's going to be shake the 40k lore. We don't know how big it will shake it, but I trust Dan. I trust everything that is going to be happening in that book, and I think soon, probably.
Apparently, when Angron's murder curse went off, a bunch of loyalist chapters, not entire chapters, but the chapter the chapters that were with the battle fleet all turned, and you know the salamanders are the most human of the Astartes, and they all turn into instant chaos murder machines. It was crazy. The whole fucking battle fleet was turned to chaos. Almost the entire thing. Everybody else was eaten, annihilated, or pulled into the warp.
The next 2, maybe 3 years, we're really going to start seeing some absolutely mind-bending, twisting 40k lore. I'm not saying the Emperor's going to come back in 10th edition. I'm not saying he's going to come back in 11th edition. What I am saying is that they're laying the foundations just in case. I don't know. Maybe 40k may die in the next couple of years and they need to hit that reset button, you know, the age of the Emperor or something strange like that, and the foundation is there set for it. They called me mad. They called me insane. They laughed at my lion, okay? Well. Who's laughing now? There's 2 things certain in this world, in this life. One day you will die, and the foil never lies. See ya. Have a great day.
Nice. Bye-bye. I mean, yeah, like, I have always wondered why he doesn't just give up and like die so he can like be reborn, because he's a perpetual, and you know, like, he's just there on the throne, so he must want to be there. And now this is footage of War of the Worlds. I don't know if we're going to look at the whole thing, but maybe. And that all came out of the ground? Okay, it looks a little dated. I got to shave my head. Gotta be honest, I'm not too impressed. Okay, so this is a survival game, so you've got to just like not die in this new world. I mean, that is creepy at night, though. Okay, so you're just some random dude. In jean shorts, no less. Wow, we really are ill-equipped for this invasion. Found a weapon and some actual pants. Was that another player, or was that an NPC? You know, it looks nice with all this mist and everything.
Look, man, you can take whatever you want from me. I probably don't need it anyway. Just please keep me alive. Those things are killing everyone, so please just leave me alone. I promise I won't tell anybody what happened. Just let me be, okay?
Hey, I need to talk to you. Can you give me a second? Thank you. Hey, my name's Aaron. I lived in one of the houses up the road. Listen, I hate to do this, but back home, I've got these two little girls, man. They're 4 and 7. They're scared to death, and they haven't eaten in days. Please, if you have any food to spare, I swear to God I'll make it worth your while. Please. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. You may have just saved our lives. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, the guy who used to live in that blue house down the road, he was a pretty well-known gun collector. Not that it really did him any good. Those things, they got him the first day. Have a look around his property. I'm sure you'll find something that can help you there. I'm not much of a gun guy, so you go ahead.
Oh, you better learn real quick, motherfucker. Yeah. So, I mean,
his concerns. They observed and studied. As a man with a microscope might scrutinize the creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacency, man went to and fro about the globe, confident of our empire over this world. And yet, across the gulf of space, intellects vast and cool and unsympathetic regarded this earth with envious eyes.
30-cent ice slush? Wow.
And slowly and surely, they drew their plans against us.
Wow. That's nice. So we're just running from like those things and the searchy things.
Gotta be here somewhere. There they are. Oh, another new type of enemy. It's bad you can't see anything.
still. All right, brother. Ooh, you can ride a mountain bike. All right. He's got a whole thing on he's got the first hour of gameplay for Dead Island 2. I would rather not have that spoiled. I want to go into it blind. So I'm not really interested in watching that. Call of Duty in Space, new game Boundary. That shit looks cool. Sherlock Holmes, new Sherlock Holmes game looks cool. Let's check this out. This is Night City in Ultra 4K. The ray tracing overdrive, the new stuff that just dropped. It does look really nice. It just feels like with this kind of city, there should be like, when you see like neon signs, like you should be able to go and like see that shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there are limitations, but damn. Ray tracing won't fix an NPC standing in another MDC.
Fire or what?
gave me some goodies. I had I love Oreos. Really looked like he was going to do something to that dude. I'm going to the kebab place and nobody can stop me. Set sail for flavor. Okay. As much as I love Cyberpunk, I'm not going to sit here and watch. No. You can do that on your own, or when I actually play the game. I can't wait till the DLC drops. This is one of my favorite Mario parodies. Oh, that's not good. Oh my. Nice.
Hey, it's Andrew. Huge shout out to my brother Seth for being in the video and producing it, and of course my cousin Matthew for doing the sound design. And if you haven't subscribed, now would be a great time to do so because we're actually starting to do 2 videos a month. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.
Yeah, definitely a 70s version. Sean. It's Tinker Tom or Corsair. Oh, that's definitely the underground, the railroad. Deacon. That was cool. Super mutant. That's what's his name? You gotta save his son, Curie. What's her name? The Irish lass. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool too. All of this looks cool. Hell yeah. That looks really cool, especially that building. Wow. I used to have this soundtrack on my phone. Mr. Gomi, ladies and gentlemen. The handsome boy. Knocked the fuck out. Actually,
the Fallout franchise has a long, bumpy history. Starting out in 1997 as an isometric Western RPG set in a post-apocalyptic future, it quickly gained a cult following for its stories, gameplay, writing, and much more, eventually landing in 3D
help out your
territory
fellow
at the hands of
creators,
Bethesda
especially the
Softworks in
small-time ones.
2008.
This
Having
guy,
released 3 more
Gab,
games
has only
since
got
then.
393 subscribers, which
The
is
franchise has
substantially more
changed
than I do,
dramatically between the 2 and 3D
but
eras
still
of Fallout.
on his road to
With
1,000
Bethesda's acquisition of the
subscribers.
title, there is
So,
almost a visible line in between the two. The
doing
writing's
my part
different,
to help him
the
out.
settings are different, the world building is different, and of course, the sound is different. In a world as broken, desolate, and horrifying as Fallout's, the sound needs to reflect that. And for a good time it did. Throughout this video essay, we'll be discussing, dissecting, and reviewing the use of music and sound in the first 2 Fallout games, as well as where they changed paths and where they've gone since. The story of Fallout 1 follows the Vault Dweller, chosen by their vault to venture out into the post-apocalyptic, blown-up wasteland that once was Southern California in order to track and find a new water chip for their people. Throughout the game, the player encounters mangled, radiated versions of once normal animals.
They did do the music well in Fallout 1 and 2.
Most people, they encounter scrappy, drug-rampant post-apocalyptic towns, robots, ghouls, rad scorpions, and super mutants. A creature that was once human but has been mutated.
I'm actually a big fan and supporter of the background soundtrack to whether it's a movie or a TV show or a video game, anything that's audio. Having a background track that can set the mood and tone for a given scene is key. No matter what else is playing, like or what's going on, like there should be some type of background soundtrack, and except when there shouldn't be. Like if
mutated by a virus,
the scene calls for
larger, stronger brutish monsters created by an evil movement leader known as the Master.
For silence or like, you know, quiet scene, then definitely not. But
genetic material.
And especially
very clear within the first few minutes of gameplay,
especially music that is subtle
and terrifying this world is. Around every corner
and
of
only
threat. The wasteland is a
gives a general vibe for what you should be feeling.
And danger itself. The first few games were able to convey this with nothing but sound. You could stand still in the middle of nowhere and just listen.
Yeah.
The music and soundscapes composed by Mark Morgan are incredibly haunting. A daunting nuclear siren that never seems to end, almost a constant reminder of what happened to this world. The sounds of distant violence and decay, the sound of weapons and actions by the player are raw and real feeling, something that is missing from the later titles, as those games tend to sound a bit more, well, light. One of the greatest aspects of OG Fallout sound design is, without a doubt, their choice of silence. In later titles, when in a confrontation, if you shoot a character, a small confetti-like jingle can be heard. A positive sound that, hey, you've won. In these games, though, there's nothing. Just the sounds of struggle, of violence, and then quiet. You're left with nothing but your thoughts and your cursor hovering over what is now an unmoving, bloody corpse. Moments like these are what make the games and the world feel uncomfortably real. It gives the player a real feeling that there may be consequences for their actions. Having the sounds allow the player to really notice the soundscapes and music when they're presented. There isn't something constantly filling the air. It gives us time to think. Another aspect that deserves some praise are the gun sounds. Okay, do me a favor, listen to this. Okay, and now compare it to this. I don't know what happened, but I don't like it. The sounds of weapons loading and firing is loud in the original Fallout games. It's got some heft to it. It suits the world. These aren't toy guns. In this game, there are real firearms that leave lasting effects in this world. The sound of a player firing a gun makes you feel something. Each individual shot is heavy. That isn't nothing. The music and background soundscapes are handcrafted to suit different parts of the broken world that is Fallout. The sounds in the open, desolate wasteland are different from those at a cave or a broken-down building. Game composer Mark Morgan is quoted saying, "My inspiration comes from anything dark." And that shows greatly in his work on these games. Later on, in 2008, Bethesda Softworks released Fallout 3. After purchasing the brand, this was their first proper 3D version of the title, and things were very different. Inon Zur was brought in to compose the game's music, and you can tell it's different. Rather than the scrappy, put-together sounding, haunting music that was present, we get something different. Zur's music for Fallout 3 drew inspiration from different places, one being Native American flute music. This can be heard through a lot of the music that plays while wandering through this new East Coast wasteland. One of the biggest differences is the choice of music during combat, though. Bethesda made the choice of utilizing music that sounds very, well, action-y. The music makes you want to charge into battle. Even the leveling up sound effect sounds like that. Don't get me wrong, Bethesda's Fallout games did a lot of really good sound design. Listen to this part of Fallout 3, when the player enters the wasteland for the very first time. While these choices aren't bad, they don't exactly match the original, more somber, more bleak choices for the original games. Bethesda's later Fallout titles, 4 and 76, veered even more off this path, making the background music suit those more colorful and hopeful later on games. Gone are the creepy silences, the haunting distant soundscapes. The general use of sound is way less. And as a longtime fan of these games and this world, it's something that I miss very greatly.
He was just told that he has to leave the vault. He was so mad. There's the option to shoot the fucking, the Overseer, for that at the end of the game. But canonically, you walk out and you go on to Found Shady Sands. Okay. So I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette, stretch my legs. And then we are going to jump into Atomic Heart. So I will be right back. He's such a good boy. That's chilly as fuck. He likes the belly rubs. Yeah, he'll turn right the fuck over for a belly rub. now that everybody is out of the house, that's gonna make noise anyway. Things are quiet. There we go. Blind as a bat without the glasses. Much better. Okay.